can do anything you try. Don't give up on you. Imagine your dreams coming true. Imagine a world where no one had color for skin. Imagine a place where everyone only stands to win. Some of us call our world a peaceful place, but if you could go back, think of everything you changed. Imagine no more color lines. Imagine no more reasons why you can do anything you try. Don't give up on you. Imagine your dreams coming true. It's so easy for you to jump to the wrong conclusion. Imagine if first thought was to find a resolution. Some of us think we can't change anything, but if you could do it differently, what choices would you make? Imagine no more reasons. If you could do it just a little bit different now, you try. Don't give up. Oh no, imagine your dreams coming true. You can do it. You can do it. Imagine no more reasons. It doesn't matter what color you are. Yeah. Don't give up. Oh no, no. Imagine your dreams coming true. Imagine if at the drop of a hat you could turn back and start each day all over again. That you wake, you can't make a choice to love anyway. In spite of all the things that you want to change. Imagine we're breaking down barriers. Open up your heart and let love in. Anything you try. Don't give up on you. Oh no, no. Imagine your dreams coming true. No more. We all heard the same. We all bleed the same. No more. We all cry the same. We all love the same. Come on, cry and join the scene. Imagine your dreams coming true. No more. I know you feel it way, way down deep inside. Reach down, pull it on out and work it. Just work it, just work it. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. No more color lines.
All right, that is Don't Give Up by Sylver Logan Sharp, everyone.
Yeah.
Sylver, what is that ultimate desire what you want all your fans and followers to get out of your music?
The ultimate desire? Wow. I want them to feel amazing. I want my music to invoke emotion. I want it to invoke happiness. I want it to comfort them when they need to cry. I want it to make them dance and feel silly. I want it to invoke emotion. Where we are right now in this world, right now, today in 2020, it's like we have just sucked all the heart and compassion out of everyday life. It's like I'm watching a bad movie. It just won't stop. Like, aren't you exhausted already with the hatred? Really?
Yes.
And I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm so over it. And right now, if you could do this without music, then you're amazing. And as much as everybody has always said, oh yeah, musicians, like it's not a real job. Look at how much nothing is real right now that you didn't create, that you don't put energy into, that you don't make an effort for. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean? So I feel like the people on the front lines, the people who have studied their whole life. I have two sister-in-laws in my family that are brilliant doctors and surgical nurses, and they go in hospitals every single day.
Oh, yeah.
One of them operates on infants every day. You know what I mean? So I need my music to help heal and make people feel something, because we don't feel anything, and we're numb from the trauma of what's happening. We're not, for every good thing that happens, 18,000 bad things happen, and it's happening across the board. And I'm over the hatred. I'm over the picking a fight with everybody. Nobody's winning. Nobody's winning. You know what I mean? And if they think they are, then they're even more delusional. So if any part of what I sing, any gut-wrenching note that I hit, that can make anybody, really feel something, none of it's in vain. And it makes every ounce of frustration to write, all the money you spend to make a record go. When somebody tells me I love that song, or I play your song over and over again, when this happens, or I don't even have a man yet, but when I get married, I want you to sing this.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? You can't pay for that. You cannot pay for that, and it makes what I do even more worth it.
Thank you for that information, Sylver. Thank you. You are more than welcome at this time to give a shout out to all the persons that have supported you in the years and up until the present time. Go right ahead.
Oh, my goodness. The shout-outs could go on forever. It starts with my mother and my family. To this day, they all come to my shows. It starts with Duke Ellington and all of my teachers and influencers and my fellow students who had so much influence in my life and shaping me as an artist. It goes to the Gene Carnes, the late Philippa Brisbane, Deanna Williams, who single-handedly delivered me to Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards. It goes to the Nile Rodgers and Fonzie Thornton and the singers who came before me, Alpha Anderson, Lucy Martin, Diva Gray, Norma Jean Wright, the original singers of CHIC, who even laid a platform that I could come behind them and carry the torch. For all of the people who have been in my corner, my assistant April, Myron, my husband and producer Daryl L.A. Hunt, my church family, CPC, St. George's, Union Temple, now even the Washington National Cathedral, where Daryl is the music director of contemporary worship. My fellow artists, especially in the DMV, who, when I call them, they come. When I ask them to sing something for me, they do. The Mesas, the Cheryl Pepsis, the Howard Hewitts, the Tony Terrys, the Lori Williams, Victoria Purcell Cohen, Raymond Reeder, William Hubbard, who wrote I Love You, Lord, Today, one of my good friends. For the influencers who don't even know how much they have affected me. And even though I've met some of them, like Shaka Khan and Stevie Wonder and Diana Ross and, people like that have I have admired and I still admire, to the Janet Jacksons and the late Prince and Luther Vandross and all of the people who came before me. If I can get an ounce of what they did to music and put it in mine, then everything I listened to and watched and mimicked and learned is for the greater good and was not for nothing. And for everybody who is working with me right now, who rolls up their sleeves, Kevin Jackson in Night Flight Studio, I can't even think of everybody. Roy Battle, who I'm currently writing songs with right now. Again, Myron and April, who I wear out on a regular basis. That is my boy. He has never worked. Let me tell you, that man, that Myron Ruffin, Let me tell you something. That man is touched by God. He's a family man. He's an honest man. Like my attorney, I had Lauren. Shout out to Lauren Mulrain. They're just, God puts these amazing people in my life, and they believe in me, which is saying something these days. And Myron rolls up his sleeve for every artist that he works with, and he's honest with you, and he's, and he tells you what he thinks, and he makes things happen, and he's just an amazing person. And April moves mountains, and they have a barrier of protection around me that is just amazing, because people they don't have your back like that. You don't have people that will take a bullet for you. You know what I mean? You don't have people that will protect your reputation.
Right.
Too Tall Steve Coleman, who put me on my first record, the late Al Johnson, the late Chuck Brown, the late Ricky Wellman. These are people that I started with them, and they're major cats. The go-go community, the gospel community, the jazz community, the R&B pop community. I could go on and on, so you must stop me. But anybody that I forgot, charge it to my head and not my heart.
All right. Well, how about this? Let's give them all a hand. And let us continue to do this.
And I got to give Mr. Eddie, my Smith family. I have acquired a whole new family. My mother got married, and I got a new family.
All right.
Yes, honey. In 1971, my fierce mother got married to one of the most amazing men God ever created. His name is Edward Smith, and he is amazing. And so is his entire family. Shout out to my crew, my Feel Better Friday crew. I can't leave them out. Vincent and Tony and my whole band, Speedy and Stan and Hamilton and Tony and Chris, everybody, Dion, everybody, Valerie Thompson, everybody. It's amazing. You think it takes a village to raise a child? It takes a village to run an artist.
That's right. That's right. And God works in mysterious ways, and He don't play. He will let you see. He will let you see the people in your life with no accident. He did that.
Yes,
and it was not an accident that me and you got together.
Absolutely.
Through Myron Ruffin. So I applaud to everyone. And the last track I will play on this showcase will be Change the World. Is there a brief story why you redid that song, Change the World?
I've always wanted to work with Tommy Sims, and he's the actual songwriter, one of the songwriters of Change the World. And I just, again, it's one of those pop records that I have loved, always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it's a song that, if I could reach the stars, I would pull one down for you. That, to me, is one of the dopest lyrics I've ever heard.
I know. You don't hear music like that no more these days.
No, you don't. And if I could change the world, I would be the sunshine in your universe.
Go, girl.
You know what I mean? Those are the lyrics to that song. Are you kidding?
The lyrics.
I dare somebody to write a song like that right now. I dare you to write.
Oh, don't do that now. There's so many challenges going on right now.
I mean, change the world, and how bad do we need that right now? How bad do we need to change the world right now? If people can just think, let me be the sunshine in your universe. Those songs speak to me. Those lyrics speak to me. And every time I sing that song, it's an experience. Every single time. And if I can translate a song and those kind of lyrics to someone and make them feel, then I will keep singing until God says not to.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all this information that you have given us today. Wow, this is the best show today I had with Sylver Logan Sharp, everyone. Sylver, can you give the scheduled online events that are coming up?